Yeah, morning everyone. So today we will discuss about the cloud models or the service models, I can say. So, so we have three type of models at the moment they are offering. So we'll discuss about what is meant by it, why we need to choose, when we need to choose. Okay. So for example, we'll consider one scenario. See, as I explained earlier, if you want to host any application or if you want to do anything, what is the previous scenario? You need to take one server and you need to install one operating system, and on top of that you need to place your code. And you need to have one web server or anything to host this code. It's an application server or DB server or web server or anything, application, I can say any application you need to install, and you need to feed that application with this code, and then only the external people can access your application. This is the typical scenario which we discussed earlier. For example, I'll tell you a simple terminology. For example, you want to prepare a resume. You want to prepare a resume. Forget about the mobile. If you want to prepare a resume or if you want to prepare a WordPad document, what you need to do? You need to purchase one laptop and you need to install one OS. On top of that, you need to install one MS Office. And after that, you need to edit or you need to create a Word file. That is the basic structure or basic flow we need to follow. So if you compare your requirement, it's a very small requirement, that is to prepare a resume. But to prepare that resume, you need all these things. Then only you can able to open your WordPad and prepare your resume. That is the older scenario. So in that case, if you want to prepare your resume, you need all the infrastructure like server you required or laptop you required, an operating system you required, an application you required. So all these things you required. Okay, that is called as infrastructure. So for any application, the entire infrastructure, if you required, then that kind of provisioning we used to call it as infrastructure as a service. So Azure will offer that kind of infrastructure as a service also. They will provide you server, they will provide you operating system, they will provide you the office or license, or they will provide you the application, everything. Okay, so if you want, they can provide you, or else I don't want anything. I will just need a server. Let myself install operating system. Let myself install code. Let myself install application. So that entire infrastructure as a service they are offering. That is about infrastructure as a service. In very particularly in Azure, you have Azure virtual machines that we used to call it as the infrastructure as a service example, and storage accounts that we used to call it as an example of infrastructure as a service, or virtual networks. That is also a kind of infrastructure as a service. That means they'll simply provide you a plain or empty infrastructure. Whatever you want to create, you can create. It's up to you. That is called infrastructure as a service. The same example, if you consider, I have in mind what are the document I need to prepare. I have a data. I know what is a resume to prepare. I have everything. So I only need a platform just to edit it or to create. You don't need to worry about server. You don't need to worry about operating system. You don't need to worry about anything. Just need a platform to place your WordPad file and just edit it. Okay, that we used to call it as platform as a service. So for that, there is no need to purchase server. There is no need to purchase operating system. There is no need to purchase anything, and you don't care about the operating system dependencies as well. Simply, you need a platform. Just put your document, edit your document, just close that. That's it. So that kind of services also they are offering. That is called platform as a service. Example for this platform as a service is SQL Server. Why SQL Server? So basically, if you want to use an SQL Server, you need to install one. You need to purchase one server, and you need to install one operating system. And on top of that, you need to install a SQL Server Management Studio inside this. And here you need to utilize that SQL Server. That is the basic funda in previous days follows. So for a simple SQL server, why I need all this stuff? I don't want all this stuff. I need only SQL server directly. Yes, they are offering platform as a service. They're simply providing SQL server. Just go there and create a databases, put your data and utilize it. You don't need to worry about which platform they are utilizing, which server they are hosting, what network they are utilizing. You don't need to take care. The simple thing is they're simply offering SQL server as a service. Just utilize that SQL server and just pay how much you utilize, what you utilize, that much you can pay. That's it. That is about platform as a service. One more example is app service, or I can say function app. These are all related to platform as a service components. We'll discuss each and everything in detail. What is meant by VM, what is meant by storage account, what is meant by network, what is meant by SQL, app service, function app, everything we'll discuss in detail. Okay, but as a classic example, I'm telling you for the platform as a service means you have something to host and you don't require any infrastructure. Then simply they are offering the platform. Just go to that platform, put your things, and just utilize it, and how much you utilize that much you can pay. That is about platform as a service. And next one is software as a service. I don't want to maintain infrastructure. I don't have a code or anything. I just want to utilize the software. Okay, in that scenario you need to use software as a service component. The classic examples I can tell you is Gmail. You can consider. So if you consider the Gmail, you don't know where this Gmail is hosted. You don't know it was there in the Windows server or Linux server. You don't know what kind of code they are written for this Gmail or .NET or React or Angular. You don't know, or PHP. You don't know. But simply you are utilizing that service. Just entering your email ID password, just using that service, just coming out. You don't need to take care about the code. You don't need to take care about anything. Just utilizing that software. So the software as a service they are offering, just utilize that software. For example, in Azure we have Office 365 or Dynamics 365. Okay, these are the services they are offering as a software as a service. So you don't need to worry about the teams. You don't need to worry about the Outlook. They will take care of everything. They will take care of the server. They will take care of the operating system. They will take care of the code, everything. You just utilize that software. That is also they are offering as a service. For this, you have to pay something. So in short, if you want to send an email, you don't need to create a Gmail application. You don't need to host that Gmail application in a server. You don't need to worry about anything. So there are three type of models available. If you want to create everything on your own, yes, they are providing you infrastructure as a service. No, no, no. I don't want to. I don't want infrastructure. I just need a platform to host my code. I have my code and I know where to host. Yes, you can use platform as a service things. I don't know code. I don't want to maintain infrastructure. I just want to utilize your service. Yes, you can use software as a service component. So altogether, the cloud providers, it could be AWS or GCP or Azure, they're offering services in these three models. You can opt which kind of model you want to utilize. That model you can utilize and you can start building your services and you just pay whatever you, how much you consume, that much you can pay.